following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
You can't do that, Shannon.
Where the music at, Doug? Hey!
I knew it was something to do with this. I knew it was something to do with
It's our time right now. I got a good voice, don't I?
No,
hey! Well,
I love
guess
you
what,
anyway.
man? Cowboys are 3-0. 3-0, baby. You start the season like that, it's special.
It is special.
And we got a special guest in studio, live, right to my left.
There.
Dorrough, what's up?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
You good?
Wait,
Yeah,
say
you
say
know
his
what?
name again.
Dorrough!
Let him say his name. Put his
Say
mic
my
on.
name?
Yeah. Say your name.
Mr. D-O-R-R, Dorrough Music, a.k.a. 6'3".
Yeah.
And I'm running.
I thought I did
You
it.
tried.
Good. I tried. I tried.
What's the answer? You ready to rumble? You ain't him yet.
Man.
Yeah, that's the announcer version. I like that, though. You know, I need that coming out for a show.
Okay, hey,
Yeah.
I'll be your hype man.
Yeah, I need that coming out for a show.
Bring me along. You had a long day yesterday.
Man, I'm running like 3 hours of sleep right now over the last 3 days, actually.
Oh, quickly before we get into this game, tell me what you've been doing, homie. I love to hear this.
What's the hardest working man in
I need to
Dallas?
hear about this 6'3", man. I need to hear more about this 6'3". I've been seeing you pumping this 6'3" a lot.
Yeah,
You change your name on your
Yeah.
social media pages and everything.
Well, we're going to definitely talk about that. Well, the 6'3" is actually just like a new rebirth with my whole brand. You know, I got two brands now, the Dorrough brand, the 6'3" brand. I'm doing two different things musically. The image-wise, the music is different. And it's actually what's crazy is I got two songs under the 6'3" brand, which is Texafornia, and the second one is actually officially now the Oski record.
That's why we got you on the show.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, it's this whole little rollout, man. It's an enigma right now because every time I explain it, you don't get it until you see it. You feel me? So
I still don't get it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I've seen it.
So, well, now you haven't saw the whole rollout yet. You know, it's just one of those things, you know, coming, and then one day you're going to look and be like, oh, this is what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those type things because it's of that magnitude to where, you know, it's just how it's supposed to be. And that's how I want it to. You know, I like when people figure out different things that I'm doing musically, but just know it's going to come with that good music. That's the only thing that matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you done broke that down. Break down this Cowboy game.
Ah,
What did
man.
you see?
You were there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was at the Cowboy
Break that
game,
thing.
man. I mean, first of all, I had a Cowboy day. So before the game,
right.
you know, man, shout out just to the whole staff, man. Shout out to Corey, shout out to Shannon, man. They dropped the Oski preview of the video that we just released at the pregame.
Yeah.
And you
On
know,
the video board.
Yeah.
on the video boy. So yeah, that was big. And then, you know, I watched the game, and I mean, I know we was gonna try the Dolphins up. You know, actually we started off a little rocky. I wish we would have just got out, you know, on the first half on them. But after the game, you know, I had like 3 after parties, 3 Cowboy after parties, man, like crazy. And I never done that before.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah, I've never done three in a day.
Hold on, Nate. Hold on, Dorrough. Hold on, everybody. You had how many?
I had 3.
How many invites you get?
Nah.
Don't bring me into
Kurt.
it, dog. I wouldn't have made the second.
Kurt, you like the little round thing on the thing. You know what I'm saying? They would have been there. The little round thing.
So,
on the back.
so
They'd been-
Jesse is asking simply, why didn't you give him an invite?
Hey, I'm looking out for you by now. Can I give you an invite? And I'm gonna be honest, man. Sometimes then the after parties they are what they seem and they not what they seem, man.
Right.
Meaning like it's just a lot of energy, you know. And I used a lot of it at the Cowboy game.
Right.
And I'd never done 3 events in one day before, and I never started so early. So yesterday was the first time for me, and I ended up going from the Cowboy game 11:30 all the way to 3 a.m. just nonstop, you know, just
Doing what you do.
That sounds like a Monday for Big Nate.
Used to be 30 years ago. I'm with you,
That was like
Jess.
a Monday
30.
for Big Nate.
Right,
back in
right
the day.
about now, I've been like, yo, man, I can't make the show. Tell you what, get me the rest of the week. I'm through. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, Shannon, when you told me about, 1 o'clock, I don't even think I replied to the message because I wasn't for sure if I was going to, be able to get up. But I think once I got up this morning, you know, I actually felt like rejuvenated even after like 3 hours of sleep. So I'm good.
I'm gonna tell you, man. You know,
I think it's that 3-0.
I didn't want to think about the overtime, man. Okay, you can take over, man.
Okay. And by the way, we're gonna get to your song.
Oh yeah.
Later on in the show, your new song.
That's cool.
Special appearance by Nate's good friend Deion Sanders is in the video.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, that's like one of my favorite parts of it, man.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, I'm gonna talk about it once we drop the song.
All right.
Talk about that.
All right. I know what the fans are thinking. What a boring game. They started out. They beat an NFL football team by 25 points.
It's Victory Monday!
With Tavon Austin, Michael Gallup, Antoine Woods, Tyrone Crawford, Xavier Woods, Gifford and Knight, whatever. But those first 5 guys not in the game, and they still beat them by 25 points. What'd you think, Kurt, watching the game?
Well, I think Nate texted it during the game. He said the talent will rise to the top, and it took a little while.
Yeah.
They came out maybe thinking they had an easy road ahead, but this is an NFL team they were playing, so it took a little while, but they got it going.
Yeah.
The talent did rise to the top.
What'd you think, Jesse?
I said it all last week. I knew what the outcome was going to be. Yeah, they started a little bit slow. But the thing that I took from that game, and it was more so what I heard after the game. Dak Prescott is playing with a confidence level I have not seen.
Yeah.
There were 2 phrases, 2 statements that he made in this post-game presser that just lets me know this Joker is playing with a different type of confidence. The first one he said, when he threw the interception, he said, "Oh, I was being greedy." He would have never said that years past. It would have been, well, you know, I should have, you know. He said, "Oh, I was being." You know how relaxed and in control and how much confidence you got to have to say in a press conference? Yeah, I know I was being greedy.
That's some Aaron Rodgers type stuff.
I was being greedy, right? And then when he said that, and then he came back and he said, well, you know, Taco Charlton got a sack on you at the end of the game, and he was just like, you know, why do you throw it out of bounds? And he said, completion percentage. So here's the one thing: when other athletes tell you, well, we don't really know what's going on, I don't look at the stats, they're liars. Every athlete knows every stat about everything that they do.
Going into the game.
Coming out of the game, at halftime, they know. And he knew that he was throwing at an 82% completion percentage, and he was like, I ain't going to mess that up just throwing it out of bounds when I can just hold on to it and they give Taco a sack. You're welcome, Taco. Here you go. But for him to say, oh, I was being greedy. Like, think about that. I was being greedy. We would have never thought that we would have heard those words uttered from Dak Prescott. This was a guy who wouldn't throw the ball down the field. And then he said, oh, I was a heat check. It was a heat check.
Like he's shooting a deep 3.
It was a heat check, he said. And then he said, oh, completion percentage. That dude is playing at a level right now that is scary. Scary good, in the sense. He's totally in control, and I love it.
Yeah.
About you, Nate?
Man, everything y'all said is spot on, brother. I'm so past this game. I'm just holding everything I got. Because that's why I'm going to go back to my man. I can't wait to hear something. Jesse, we said it. And you even reminded me at the end of the last thing I remember was stop, Nate.
Yeah.
This is over. And when I walked out the door for real, I did some shows struggling, fake enthusiasm, because this is over. Even when, that's why I texted out what I texted. I'm like, why are they struggling? What did I put on the text?
It was something about
the talent will
rise.
The talent will take over.
Yeah.
And so when this game was over, we had one of our best post-game shows because it still ain't about Miami.
No.
We are deep down in our hearts, even though my man want to change his thing to 16-0 now. deep down in our heart, we still saying, wait till the Saints. You can't tell me everybody ain't saying, man.
Oh, yeah. And I'll tell you what, the staff, I don't know about the fans,
right.
You were there.
Yeah.
It felt like a preseason game yesterday.
I'm telling you, man.
We were all like, man, let's just can we go get on the bus at halftime? Right. I mean, it was, but then when it started, it was like, okay, wait, it's still an NFL game.
Yeah.
But you felt like Dak was out there just like, we can put him away whenever we want. I'm just going to go for it. I'm just going to wing it. And he was just.
The most nervous person was Jason. You can say it's Jason's nerve. You can look at it and say, hey, but Jason ain't liking it. Because he knew that of all the games you cannot lose, this is the one. Because what Detroit has done for a second week in a row, they got the Chargers last week and got Philly this week. They are making our end of the season not as important. Now, we don't know what's going to happen the next few games. We may have some major injuries. But Detroit saying, man, we're going to make it easy on Dallas. We ain't playing about it. It's about Dallas today. Thank you, Detroit.
Hey, before we go any further, Chris Bean texted me, and he wants me to ask Jesse why he got his burner phone out on the table.
Personal phone, work phone.
Wow, man. He's taking shots at my boy like that, man.
Personal phone, work phone.
Wow. Well, I left my phone somewhere. He got me nervous with my phone. Lord Jesus.
There you go, Chris. There you go.
Yeah.
But you're right.
Oh, that man a burner phone. Wow.
Let me ask you this.
I got 2 phones. Nah, we don't want to talk about that.
Does this bother you? Dorrough, does this bother you? Because you right. You want to change we were in there talking about you already want to change your picks to 16 and 0.
He had a legit reason.
I was 12-4. That's what I did. And I think I'm gonna change it to 13-3.
Because Breeze is hurt.
Yeah, because, we just not finna go and lose to the Saints without Breeze. I'm sorry. You know, I would be honestly upset in us if we was to lose to the Saints. Even though we playing them in New Orleans and they still going to want their revenge from last year, you know, I don't think we're going to lose to them without Drew Brees. So.
All right. Does this bother y'all? Does this worry you? There are 8 unbeaten teams in the NFL. So you take the Cowboys out of that leaves 7, right? Mm-hmm. We play 5 of those teams.
Oh, I'm down with
Patriots,
yes.
Bills, Rams, Packers, Lions. Does that bother y'all?
No. Give us the schedule. Give us our schedule. Give us our schedule.
Saints, Packers,
Eagles,
Bills.
Oh, let me pull them up here. Sorry. Yeah, what would you say? Green Bay, then at the Jets, then home to Eagles, then at the Giants, home to Minnesota, at Detroit, at New England, Buffalo, Chicago, Rams, Eagles.
So we play all those teams away? Every one of those?
No. We have no. We basically go back to back. We don't have any games this year. We play 2 home games in a row.
No.
We go back and forth.
Now let me say this.
Say something.
If and when they beat the New Orleans Saints, this is what I tell people. The rest of the season, whether they play hard or not, every game is going to be this big.
Yep.
Yeah.
See, the Rams are seeing that right now. They every game. This is what New England do every year. The media gonna start coming in here. You can count there's gonna be 5 new ones every week. I ain't never seen that guy. I ain't never seen that young lady. Where did this truck come from? And by the time we get to about the 12th game,
that Patriots game.
Whew, now, how do you get ready for the playoffs? They've been in the playoffs, bro. They just don't know it as players. That's what we did when we started our playoff run. Coach Johnson told us if we win this game, and I don't know what game it was, on our way to our first Super Bowl, he said, if y'all win this game, we going places. And every game going to get bigger. And we didn't believe it, but every game got bigger. The style points really come in now. Mm-hmm. Oh, they didn't win that right.
Yeah.
They were supposed to do it like this. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's going to get ugly, man. I'm going to enjoy it. That's why I'm excited, man.
What week does the undefeated talk start? Is that week 7, week 8?
Undefeated what?
If they
year?
Keep this running.
Let's say they run by 8 straight.
When does that start popping up?
Run that schedule again. The schedule will tell us. Run that schedule again.
You can beat the Saints and the Packers back to back. That might
exactly
get people talking.
No, that's only
too early.
That's too early. That's 5, 6, and 0. That ain't enough.
All you are now is in the 6 and 7 and 0. They good.
Week 12 in New England.
That's it.
If they win that one,
dude, that's it. I tell you what, if they
win that one,
we get way ahead. But if both those teams are undefeated,
that's it.
You talking about Super Bowl like ratings type game? That's
it.
America's teams.
That is it.
I'm gonna go out and sell some false advertising because you can suck some folks in. You can suck some folks in. Hey man, I got this.
America's game.
It would. What time is that game, Kirk?
It'll be a night game.
That's 3:25 right now.
It'll flex
They're
that,
flexing.
man. They'll flex
If they get to that and they're both 11-0, you can guarantee that's a flex. You can guarantee that's going to be a flex.
They can be 9 and whatever. That's still going to be a flex. Yeah, because depending on how the Cowboys lose, if they lose, depending on how they lose, because New England is New England. I hate to tell y'all that New England is New England,
and you'll have you'll have two legit MVP quarterbacks in that matchup. Because right now, Dak is an MVP candidate, and until he isn't, Tom Brady is an MVP candidate. You know what I'm saying? So, but go back to what Dorrough was saying, and he wanted to change his from 12-4 to 13-3. When you look at that Saints matchup, and I don't want to be Debbie Downer in this, the Saints pose a lot of issues that we have. One, they have a running back who is tough to tackle. And he's not a physical runner. He's just his balance is immaculate. His vision is exceptional. And he's super elusive.
He's smooth, man.
He is so smooth, and he'll run in between the tackles. He'll line up outside, and that has been an issue for the Cowboys. That has been an issue for them. They still have Michael Thomas, and we as well as Byron Jones has been playing. Cheeto still is out there. And Cheeto is the most in position person to not make the play
again
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And if you go back and watch that Miami game, like Miami is the reason why Miami's Miami is because they don't make the plays. They're not a team. Michael Thomas won't drop the passes that Preston Wilson dropped. He won't drop the passes that Jakeem Grant dropped. Those other guys dropped. Right? They had one in the end zone that would have made this a really interesting game that he dropped.
Yeah.
Michael Thomas ain't dropping that. You know what I'm saying? So it's sort of things like that where they have some things that give us trouble. Yeah. And their defense, their defense is legit. They gonna rush. They gonna put some pressure on Dak. Now, I'm not calling that game to be the game that they lose. I'm just saying I know they don't have Drew Brees, and that's a significant factor. But I think Nate made a great point was this team has been building
for this day. I promise you.
They've been building their team so that, what happens in the event we don't have Drew? Yeah. Are we able to be sustained if he's not out there? And, people said what they want about Teddy Bridgewater, but he played decent.
Turner loves him.
He played decent, man.
Norv Turner loves him.
I tell you one thing, the Cowboys, they can't, and I don't think they will, they can't come out of flat like this next week, like they did this week.
Yeah.
And I don't think they will. I think they'll be up for the challenge 100%. But I'm just saying, in the event, this team can strike and strike fast.
Yeah.
I'm going to believe in this. You can play up to your talent or you can play down to your talent. But that is not a good team. A good team is these kids are talking about it, you hear them say standard. Well, back when we played, and I'm talking in the prehistoric days, we practiced a certain standard. Mm-hmm. Jimmy always told us, I'm not going to have y'all on Sunday when I know you need to be here, you can't be here in practice. He said, I can let you hover around here so that jump won't be where you won't get shocked in the game. We are doing the shocking. Mm-hmm. And these games that we've been playing, like I've been telling you, I've been laughing. I went on radio today. I'm laughing, yada, yada. But when they say, what's your concerns? And I'm going to tell you my concerns. We are being stressed on our defensive line. Mm-hmm. And we finna ask Quinn and D-Law to make the plays. We need for Malik to start with this game, with this sack, to take his game to another level. Because if he take his game to another level, then D-Law looking at 14 sacks, Quinn looking at 10. But if you don't take this thing to a new level in the middle, with Antoine Woods out, with Tyrone Crowder, now these guys ain't going to have as many sacks. They may have a lot of almost get-theirs, but they ain't going to be finishing because the quarterback is moving around going up into the pocket instead of moving around going outside. Defensive ends get their sacks when you got a monster coming in the middle. You look at any one of these leading guys on the outside, they at least got somebody that's pushing them. Even though they don't get a lot of sacks, pushing them quarterbacks and making them move. Mm-hmm. We need that this week.
Let's talk about the defense a little bit more. Take a quick break, but I want to know what y'all said. It wasn't a high-scoring game by Miami, but I think there's a little room for concern, some things that the Cowboys need to do better. And let's talk about your game day, and then I want to get into after the game. I want to know what happens, what kind of mental preparation you have to put yourself in to go have 3 after parties. And then how selfish you are by not inviting. I had to invite myself last night, and then I still didn't show up. But I want to know what your mindset was yesterday when we come back on Hanging with the Boys.
Your new apartment's big. Such a great deal.
It's okay.
Just okay? What's not to...
Right above the subway!
Well, I bet you don't even notice it after the...
That's my neighbor, Angus.
A deal that's just okay is not okay. Get a great deal with America's Best Network. Come into an AT&T store and learn how to buy one smartphone and get a second one on us. Based on GWS 1 score, September 2018.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their deal score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code Dallas at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
Work the Cowboys way and channel the winning business tradition of the Dallas Cowboys and the Jones family at Formation. This dynamic workspace provides an elevated work experience on the Star's aspirational campus with exclusive membership options available to meet varying needs. Choose from open workspaces, dedicated desks, and private offices to leverage our home field advantage for your individual business success. Limited memberships are available now, so apply today at formationatthestar.com.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
There we go.
There we go.
What's Douglas doing back there?
I don't know.
He doing his job, man. Maybe somebody done messed up for Doug. Got
having
there,
some
man.
quiet time back there.
Oh, not on our show. Do that on Derek Eagleton. Do that on Mick. No, dog. We got stars. We got
Dorrough stars, man.
No. I know his name. I'm trying to do his little
6'3".
Yes, we got 6'3".
Gronk has 6'9".
Okay.
Dorrough has 6'3".
Okay.
Yeah.
Now you don't want no part of 6'9", right? Never mind.
He's 6'9".
No, I'm talking about 6'9", the rapper. You don't want no parts of him.
Oh, not right now.
No. He telling everything.
Hey,
I was saying Grunk is 6'9".
no.
69. Yeah, he like 60, but he about 6'8".
He likes
6'7".
that number.
Oh, that's his number. Okay.
No, he likes that number.
Yeah.
No,
That's not his actual number. I think he's 87.
That's
another conversation.
He can physically do, you know.
Hey, don't miss your chance to see the Cowboys live at AT&T Stadium Sunday, October the 6th. As they take on the Green Bay Packers. Get your tickets now, DallasCowboys.com.
They are sold out.
Those won't be the cheapest tickets.
If you get one of those,
standing room only.
You're going to be nice.
SRO tickets, standing room only.
Even the little things that Jerry got at the end of the stadium, them little standing up, they gone.
They got some, but they wouldn't. Are they sold out completely?
Bruh.
Somebody go check it out and let me know.
They gone because, believe me, all the snowbirds will buy up all of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sorry, my mom was texting me. She said she can
You want to
hear
do the
us, but
show
can't
or you
see
want to
us.
do the...
My mom was texting.
Oh,
It's
okay.
important.
So what
My
your mom is saying is...
She said I can only
got
hear
up
you.
close on Nate's forehead and it's not blacked out. That what your mom said?
Maybe. Doug hit the wrong camera. Yeah. All right, so Dorrough, yesterday, started out at the game, right?
Yeah. Started at 11:45.
They played your song on the video board.
Yeah.
You stayed.
Which one was it?
It was the new Oski, the new one.
We're gonna play it in the third segment.
Okay.
Yeah, the new Oski.
And where can people get that?
It's now today. It just went on every platform, which is Spotify, Tidal, Amazon, and Apple Music, and iTunes. Yeah.
This isn't it. This is the one he's famous for. This ice cream paint job.
This double platinum right now.
Is it really?
Yeah. It just happened like a couple months ago.
Is that what's around your neck and on your arm? Platinum?
Yeah, platinum. Actually, yellow, gold, and platinum.
Yeah. All right. So what happened? You went to the game. You stayed for the whole game?
Yeah, I stayed for the whole game. I left like 3 minutes before it was out. So yeah, basically the whole game. We caught the party bus to Knockouts. Knockouts is a bar in downtown by Riverfront. And we got
That's where you shot the part of the Oski video, right?
Shot part of the Oski video. But I had already had the Cowboy game, man. I probably already had like 8 or 9 vodka Sprites. Like,
so you were feeling right.
Yeah, so I was feeling good at Knockout and then at
Tito's Vodka, by the way, proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So the Knockouts, we get there and they got the Knockout girls. So we did a lot of shots and then we premiered the video there. And we, that was cool because I got to eat.
Hold on, let me stop you. You say you did a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Not drinking, but just movie shots.
Yeah, like video shots.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like alcohol. I was like, damn, 8 or 9 mixed drinks and then a bunch of shots.
We took some shots there too, but the thing is I was eating. Like me, it's about eating, and I ate at the Cowboy game, ate at the Knockout. But then that's when it got tricky at the Knockout. That's when
started graying out.
Yeah, that's when it started. Yeah, and place called One Set. So I did another after party, and that's where I actually had to perform it.
That's in Uptown, right?
Yeah, it's in Uptown. But for performing, I always get the energy for performing and just be the lead up and in between up into there. So I did the performance there and stayed there for maybe like an hour and a half, and then after that I went to a nightclub called Punk Society in Deep Ellum by midnight. By the
Deep
time
Ellum rising up, boy.
Yeah,
Deep Ellum started to rise again.
But yeah, that's by the time I got there, that's when I realized like I had hit my limit. You feel me? Like, I ain't never went 3 after party, but I ended up pulling out. We still had a good time. They played the music, Did you perform it at Punk Society? I didn't perform at Punk Society. Normally at Punk Society, that would normally be where I do the big performance, but it was a cool vibe. There was a lot of people in there, and everybody was in a cool vibe. I'm the type of person where I read the vibe, you know what I'm saying? And if I see, like, people rather see the music play and just me interact with people and take some pictures and just be cool, then I do that. But if I see like the energy up, people probably want a dope performance, then I do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like reading it.
Dope and good now.
Yeah,
dope and good. Okay.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah, very good way. Thank you.
But but it was good though. It just beforehand, I automatically went like. And when I wake up, I know that I'm going to be up like a whole day. I can just put my mind into it. You know, my whole thing is I can go like 2 days straight and then I just crash. You feel me? If I know I got time that I can crash for a whole day, then I can go strong. So that's how I do it, man. I just like exerting all my energy and then just getting it all back.
Kurt, what does it have to take for us to get you at a Dorrough after party?
Ooh, man, that'd be a good time, wouldn't it?
Anthrax opening up for him?
No.
Hey, man,
Metallica.
You definitely got to come through the next one. See, now everything for the light up now, because now I'm for to drop all my music. This is actually the first new song I've dropped this year, as far as officially put out, other than Texafornia. We had a couple things get leaked a little bit, but I only had 2 official releases, and with Oski being my first visual release of the year. So now, everything that I've been working for last year and putting together gets to finally come out. It's always this game as an artist, you play 2 games. It's like a time where it's like football, the practice is one thing, then the game is another thing. Now I'm in game mode.
You know what, Doug? We were going to save it for the third segment, but you got me so hyped up. Let's just play the song.
Listen to the song?
Let's play the song.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, I want to hear this. Because I got my head here down here.
Yeah, this the Oski, man. Shout out to Digi Man, my producer.
This is the clean version?
Yeah, it's the clean version.
Okay.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, we're going to keep it clean.
Shake, then run with it.
give her back when I'm done with her.
Take your baby and run
clean,
with her.
That's clean.
Oh yeah, this real clean.
All I know is I pick them off and I bet them can't stand that. Most of these bitches up for grabs, so I play the field like a free safety. Get the money first, they'll come to you. All you gotta do is be patient. I must admit, I'm thorough with it. Sometimes I come across cocky. To keep it solid, yo, chose me and that didn't leave me no option. Now I gotta take her, I'm sorry. Then beat up Rocky. If you don't believe me, just watch me. Deion Sanders with the Oski. Number 21, high stepping like prime time with the bandana. The ones that know me know I really move something like a pound of no David Ballard. His bad, nigga caught the wrong play, took his in his own counter. The nigga shouldn't have never threw the pick. Interception, I do this shit. Oski.
I like it. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. That's strong, man.
Oh, yeah, they got the bass and everything.
Yeah.
You know, I think my favorite.
I'm going to get my phone, man.
I think my favorite part is.
Keep rapping.
I think my favorite part is, you know, the way we put like some of the sound effects in there from like the football stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and made a whole dope record out of it. You know.
Who did your video?
So Jeff Adair is my videographer. He like my in-house producer and videographer.
Uh-huh.
He probably shoot 90% of my videos.
So your video, actually, the Cowboys intro video, the warm-up video, has a lot of that neon stuff. Effects and stuff in it, like you do.
Yeah, so shout out to Tyrell. Actually, that's another person. So he takes the video when it's done, when it's completely done, and put that on top of it, the animation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that bring out a lot of it. I tell people all the time, like, I go those extra steps with the videos just because once it's out, and those little animations take it a far away. So shout out to him.
Is that your kind of music, Kurt? You like
it's
that?
It's good. Yeah, I like good music.
Do you listen to the hip hop?
On occasion.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I thought you were just straight up rock.
No. I like a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Kurt have his moments.
Yeah.
It's got a good beat. All right. So back to football.
Yeah.
What are you concerned? If there's any concerns about this team, do you have any concerns? Or are you just like Nate, 16-0, not worried about it?
Nah. You know, I'm realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we want a 16-0 season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I'm still feeling like the 13-3 wave is the play. I think we're gonna have some good games that's gonna make us better. You know, like the Patriots and the Green Bay and even the Saints. I think the games that are tough for us. I'm actually glad we got those 5 tough games because, like Nate was saying, at the end of the season, it might be too easy it might get easier for us if everything play out like it's playing out, to where we go into the playoffs and you have those, you know, I like going to the playoffs where we coming off those tough games and we win them, and going to the playoffs that way than the other way. But I think my main concern is us if, like yesterday, I don't want us to play.
Keep talking.
I'm scared that we might play down to levels. You know, I'm scared that at certain times, just like yesterday in the first half, like you say, we playing against NFL teams, so everybody professional, so you can never just be like, oh, the Miami Dolphins, but you playing professionals. I like to see us come out no matter who we playing.
What are you doing?
I'm getting Prime, man. Hey, Prime, we got your boy, man. Say hello to your boy, man.
Hey, man, Dorrough is a dog, man.
What's up, man? What's up, man? Hey, I wish I would have known that you for the pull this stuff, man. Hey, what's up, fam?
Family, man. Dorrough family, Nate.
Yeah, okay. We gonna bring him out to Canton.
He ain't finna do no country stuff, man.
hey, I hit you on your ground post on one when you was showing like y'all was getting a bid. I said, yeah, I'm gonna come spend the night, man. I'm gonna have to come out there and kick it.
Yeah, boy, I told you I hit you back anytime. You welcome, baby.
Hey, yo, so we just dropped the video actually officially today. The song officially came and we dropped the video yesterday, the Oski video. I don't know if you got to see it yet, but
yeah, I saw it on the big screens or something. It was at the stadium or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a clip. I'm gonna send you a dope little clip to see if you can.
Good
post
dope,
it.
Brian.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you a nice clip. But you know, I just want to let you know, man. I appreciate you coming and doing that for me. I know we did that last year, but I told you it was gonna come out, and right now the hype is up, fam. I appreciate that a whole lot.
Nate, that's family, man. No, Dorrough is a good dude, man. All around a good dude, well respected in the hood as well, man. He's a good brother, man.
Yeah.
100.
Hey, hey, man. Look at him, man. Don't bite the cheese. Bye.
That's what's up, man.
Hey, this is the only show you can get stuff like that.
Hey, man.
That's big.
Hey, man.
Impromptu call
Hey,
from Prime.
hey, give us a bed on that song, the Oski song again. Give us a bed on that while he talk.
Hold on, let me speak on that. Actually, so Deion Sanders was the inspiration behind this whole song. You know, like when I first come into it, like I like coming into songs. First of all, when I do mention people in my music, I only mention legendary people. I never too much mention like current stuff because for so many different reasons. Because a lot of people always like, well, I don't throw like the different players that I like right now, like Zeke and Dak. I love them. These are my guys. You feel me? As far as you know how I feel about Cowboys, but I like when people reach those legendary statuses, and then that's when I create music about it. But Deion Sanders, like growing up, man, and just watching him play everything he brought to football, on the field, off the field, and he just brought this whole style to where, I had never seen a player like that playing receiver, going and playing different, getting on the kickoff. Like he was just by far like my favorite player. And when he came to the Cowboys, it was a big thing. These like my first memories as, coming up and being a Cowboy fan as a child and all this. So when I got to the whole Oski term, I was like, man, I can't remember what initially sparked it, but Deion Sanders came to mind. I said, man, I'm gonna make a dope record called Oski. And then, I mentioned him twice in the song, and I just kind of built my first line. I built my whole song off the first line. I said, number 21, high stepping like prime time with a bandana. That was the first line I wrote for the whole song, even though they don't come until later the song. And I built the whole song around that. So once I got that line, I created the hook, and then I created the verse to put that line into, and I built the whole song from that one thing.
Wow, that's cool.
It was dope, man. That's a big thing for me.
Who was your favorite player growing up?
I had several, man. But I'm like him. You had to be special.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be just no anybody. And I understand when you waiting on Zeke, you love Dak, you waiting on, but you waiting for him to be real special.
Yeah, and I know they're going to get time will tell, and I feel like, those two players' name would definitely get to that point, But that's something that got to be earned, man. Deion Sanders earned that, you feel me? He earned to be able for rappers to recognize him in songs, man. That's what you work for.
So since you asked that, Kurt, I want to know your favorite player.
Go around.
Yeah, we need to go around and figure this out.
I was a Cowboys fan.
Bob Lilly?
Back in the 70s. Nah, it was more Charlie Waters, Tony Dorsett, Hollywood Henderson. I jumped on his bandwagon. So the Doomsday defense of the 70s was kind of my wheelhouse.
Yeah. First Doomsday?
Well, the second version, late 70s.
What about you, Jesse?
Yes.
Randy Moss, without a doubt.
That's your guy.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Randy was and Randy came out to Prime House this past summer, man. Spent the whole week out there. Now, Prime, love that fishing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I move on the bank, just hollering, "Well, y'all, man, come on out here in the boat." No, dog, no way. No, but you got to come out there, man, because you talking about having fun, laughing, bro. It's nonstop jokes. It's just, whoa.
Nah,
and see, he already know why he called it that family. Cause he gonna, I'll probably get just fried to death. Cause I'm gonna have to attack him. I'm gonna have to attack him with 1,000 jokes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That let me know that he's good folks all around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know how that go, man.
I did, man. I be saying a lot of stuff that they knowing out there in Canton. I want to go out there. I ain't never really been on that tip like the whole little country way, but I definitely see how fun it can be.
But man, you seem to be so busy. You seem to just your days be filled.
Yeah, I mean, I'm independent at the end of the day. I mean, to be independent in the music game now, it's a blessing. And I mean, some people say it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Right.
But you're gonna definitely have to put in the work because you gotta still be at a major level. You still gotta, I guess, quote unquote, appear there. So you gotta put all your eggs and everything. You gotta put all your energy into it. But it's worth it at the end of the day, and it's something that, at least it's something I chose to do. So every time I know. Even if I get tired, if it get hard or whatever, I know I'm putting it all into something that I want to do.
This is the hardest working man in Dallas. I ain't kidding. He goes nonstop to clubs, to radio stations. He does shows. You travel. You're big over what in the Bay?
Yeah, California actually was where my music blew up on that national level.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to California a lot. The Bay Area is where Ice Cream Paint Job blew up, and then it blew up worldwide from there. So I do a lot of stuff in Cali, and now I'm starting to move towards the East Coast with some of my new music that's for to come out. So we just moving around. But yeah, man, when you're independent, you gotta put in that work.
Gotta hustle.
I tell people to just, man, I promise you, during football season, I tell people that's my year. Scott, Derek, they know my radio people who I work for. Independent of this here, they know when football, call me.
Yeah.
And I understand what you're saying. Come on, like, are you going? this is what I do. I'm an independent contractor. This is what I do. Yes, ma'am. I see you when I get back. Well, I don't understand this, baby. Yeah, I do. Hey, I do. Because when it's there, because one day it's not going to be there.
Yeah.
And so I don't never want to look back like a lot of people do, and I hope you keep this fire. Don't ever look back and say, I wish I could have, should have.
Yep.
Yeah. Not when it was there in your hands. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I'm loving you, dog. Yeah. So if you need a little something to lay on, prop on, man, I'll walk you to your car, dog, if you're a little tired, because I want you to get it off.
This is energy right now. Like, I'm in here and getting re-energized and just, talking about, the Cowboy. That's another thing, like just even going to the games, like even though in one way for me that could be looked at as work, but that's like a break for me too, and that's like me getting to put my mind into something else and, just getting to watch the game and take that in. And honestly, I get inspired at stuff like that. I get inspired at Cowboy games and events to create music. Because the one thing about it is with music, like it's not about just going into the studio and creating. It's about really getting inspired to create something dope, or something that really, moved me.
Good dope, good dope.
Yeah, like the Ice record. Like I like getting inspired about stuff that I could really carry out and they have some type of story tied into it or just something. You know what I'm saying? So when I go to like different events like that, man, you'll be surprised the type of inspiration that I see, just going out there and just seeing the players play the whole thing. So I'm excited, yeah.
Let's take another break, and when we come back to close out the show,
you got to rap.
We're going to let Kurt talk.
You got to rap. You got to rap.
Me?
Yeah.
No, we've got a genius here. We don't need me.
We'll be right back. Hanging with the boys.
Before your next AT&T Stadium barbecue, gear up with OtterBox, the official outfitter of tailgating. It starts with the Venture Cooler. Built tough in America, Venture keeps ice for days and days. Or stay light on your feet with Trooper Soft Coolers, perfect for packing in your signature side dishes.
Tailgating wouldn't be complete without a beverage, so pour one into the OtterBox Elevation Tumbler. It keeps your drinks frosty and toasty. Discover more about OtterBox line of tailgate essentials at OtterBox.com.
Now's a good time to tell you that SeatGeek is the new source of tickets for all your football needs this season. SeatGeek makes managing tickets easy, whether it's buying or transferring to a friend. They even tell you the best deals for every game based on their Deal Score technology, which rates every seat on historical data, price, and location. Download the SeatGeek app on your phone and take $20 off your first purchase using code Dallas at checkout. SeatGeek. Life's an event. We have the tickets.
Want to use what the pros use? How about the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black? Right now, you can get the Jack Black Starter, a curated collection of Cowboys locker room favorites for just $10 with free shipping. The starter includes 4 Jack Black skincare favorites, plus a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Go to getjackblack.com/Cowboys and use the code word TEAMJB. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys. The Jack Black Starter, $10, free shipping.
The excitement of Dallas Cowboys football is back at AT&T Stadium.
The place is going crazy in Arlington, Texas.
Don't miss your chance to see the Cowboys live when they host their NFC East rivals, the Eagles, Giants, and Redskins, plus the Green Bay Packers and more.
Elliott works his way through and walks the dog.
Single game tickets are on sale now. Get them before they're gone.
First and goal, quarterback sneak. Prescott pushes up the middle. Touchdown.
Visit DallasCowboys.com to get your tickets today.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Back. Kurt,
yes.
Got something you want to talk about?
Oh, I love talking about underwear, obviously. Tailgating can be sweaty and burn. The unloading, the grilling, the games of cornhole, Nate.
Cornhole!
I hate that word.
Make sure your tail remains sweat-free with Tommy John. Shop exclusive Cowboys underwear and keep your rear comfortable. Go to TommyJohn.com/Cowboys for 20% off your first order. TommyJohn.com/Cowboys.
Cool. All right.
You know what, man? This has been such a great show, man. I'm serious, man. I mean, and I wish we could have talked. We'll get in a little bit more tomorrow about Green Bay. But, man, wow, this has been a pleasure,
Green
man.
Bay, you just dismissing the Saints?
You
just walking into New Orleans
about
and
Miami.
just rolling out of there?
We did not talk a lot about Miami. Excuse me.
No, we didn't.
Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit more about Miami. I don't know why I'm going to Green Bay.
We ain't got to talk about Miami no more, man.
It's over.
That is Please, let's not talk about them
Let's
anymore.
take calls tomorrow.
Well, the reason I want to talk about Miami because we're going to take calls, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to have to talk about them regardless one more time. I mean, I've been past, but I'm all the way to Green Bay, as you see. You know, but I'm loving them Saints. But is he giving us enough information, enough energy that we're going to let him go to 13-3?
Yeah. No, he's locked in.
He's locked
in. No, it's on the paper. And I might be the only one in this room that picked him to beat the Saints. Just saying.
You did?
Yeah, didn't you?
You sure you're the only one in the room?
I don't know. No.
Yeah.
Those asterisks.
16 and 5 there.
Kurt, what's one thing heading into Saints week? What's one thing that you think they need to get better at? Cowboys.
I don't think they've really locked down anybody's passing game yet, totally, you know. And I think that's something which surprised me a little because they've got the players back there. Byron Jones was good yesterday, and Awuzie had his moments. He had some bad moments, but I'd like to see a little bit. Maybe that made me more pressure. Maybe that cures that, but that would be my main concern, I guess, right now.
Jesse, you got any big concerns?
I think the biggest thing for me, we're still not secure in the middle. That's still something that's in question.
When you say in the middle, you're talking about the defensive line?
Defensive line.
And be honest, offensive line, too, with the left guard.
Connor Williams is super suspect. But still just getting more pressure up front. A player who needs to start playing better, if I'm doing one specific player, he just got a new contract.
Don't do it. Not
Yes.
I hope nobody didn't see that.
Jalen got to start playing better, man. He has – I think sometimes he has this energy and this aggression, and it's like a wild horse sometimes, and it gets out of control. He's like a bucking bull.
Yes.
And he overruns stuff. He's out of position a lot of times. He has to just be able to harness that energy, that aggression, those emotions, and he can get a bit wild and sloppy. And again, playing against a back like Alvin Kamara and how the how the Saints are going to run stuff.
Yeah, because if you over pursue that dude, he's going to cut it back and take it to the house.
You think him and Van Der Esch have lived up to expectations yet? Obviously, Jalen have. How about Van Der Esch? Do you think as a pair they're playing like they should?
And for one reason.
Van Der Esch had 6 tackles yesterday. That's kind of below his.
For one reason. And y'all may not believe me. For one reason,
you got to keep it. Those linemen, that defensive line. If that defensive line is not good, you're not. Your defensive line is supposed to keep the linebackers clean.
That's what happened in the playoff game last year.
Right.
They couldn't keep those guys
and
off
this is why that middle of the field is important, because once that center and that guard, once they begin to combo up to those linebackers, if they're able to get hands and reach them, they're not productive enough. That's why you see the 6 tackles, and you see guys in the back end with 11 tackles, right? That's why it starts up front. It starts up front. You got to secure the middle. Antoine Woods, I know he's out, but you got to find someone to be that human log where they can't have just that guard push you down on the center, and now he moved up to the linebacker. Mm-hmm. You cannot have that going forward, but they have to get better in the middle.
See, we don't play a 3-4. If we play the 3-4 defense, you got a center, you got a guy over the center, you got a guy over 2 tackles. Now your inside linebackers, like Big Brady James and all, remember them? Mm-hmm. We didn't care so much. We liked it when a nose guard tied up 2 players.
Right.
But we didn't panic because these linebackers were big enough to step in the hole and boom, and keep their gaps. What we want is for Van Der Esch to never get touched and for our Mike backer to be barely touched, because we always want them going downhill. So the 4 guys, especially the 1 technique and 3, they have to draw 2 blocks. If they don't draw 2 blocks, we're through.
Anything concern you other than that?
That. Because the Saints have a good offensive line. Mm-hmm. And Alvin Kamara, I saw him go up. I saw him go not once, but 3 or 4 times up into some good tackling players yesterday, and their linebackers in the Seahawks. He ran straight towards them, and just before he got to them, he just slid to the side. I'm looking like, we can't do it. We got to be sure next week.
Yeah,
we got to be sure, man. Alvin Kamara is a beast.
What about you, Dorrough? You worried at all, or it's just easy money from here on out?
Nah, like I said, I'm just everything with me is just us playing to the competition, like not playing down, just coming out. Not taking nobody for granted. You know what I'm saying? No matter who they are, coming out playing hard. You feel me? But I think like I said, we got that Saints win. I on the schedule, I said we were gonna lose the Saints game. Or we might lose the Saints game, but I'm definitely changing.
Yeah, he done changed his mind.
Yeah.
He's pulling the Nate, 16-0. No asterisks. No asterisks.
Yeah. He trying to throw that asterisk out there. Boy, you ain't right. You ain't right, man.
Well, man, so where can everybody get your new song?
Yeah, everywhere, man. Tidal, where most people like Apple Music. Apple Music is where it's popping the most right now. Spotify, but it's on Tidal, Amazon, Apple Music, iTunes, Deezer, all that stuff. So
yeah, you got any shows coming up?
Yeah, the next show I got actually is with Red Bull on the 28th. I think it's out here. Something out here in Frisco that Red Bull is doing.
Okay.
On the 28th. That's going to be the next one. Everything else is out of town until December. So this is probably going to be my last Dallas show till the end of the year. So I keep everybody updated on my.
Yeah, give us an invite.
Get me and Kurt the VIP. Yeah. Kurt, I'm coming to pick you up.
I'm gonna invite y'all to the right events, the ones where we can just stay and chill for, not when I got to do 3 events.
Now I want to turn up. I'm taking Kurt. We turning up.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse doesn't drink, so he can drive us.
Oh, I'm turning up. There we go. Kurt, when you gonna be able to drink again?
I don't know.
Never.
Hoping a couple months.
Give it up.
Couple months?
Man.
I don't know.
Give it up, man.
I may have to.
When Kurt's back in the game and he's able to drink, we're going out and partying.
We're
taking it uptown.
We're gonna drink
I'm
more.
coming again. Nate coming too.
All right, we're gonna take the show on the road.
You coming, Nate?
It could be a PG.
You coming?
Minus, and I ain't gonna make it, dog.
You coming?
I ain't gonna make it.
I'm coming.
I was when God brought me to him. Like he said, Nate, you got to stay out of those places. I love this dude, and I know what he's doing is positive, but I cannot go back in that world.
Oh, with the road.
Yeah, I cannot go back in that world, man.
Thanks for coming, man.
I love it.
Enjoyed it,
man. I'll come back in 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Every Monday, man.
Definitely.
You want to make him a staple every Monday if he in town? Let's make him a staple every Monday.
Cool. Well, how about this? I can definitely come next Monday.
He's like, wait a minute, I don't know about every Monday. Hang on.
Whenever Monday you can come.
Yeah, I can definitely come.
Every Monday that he can come.
You got an open invite. Boom. Open invite. Kurt.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for being here,
we
man.
Award winning. We award winning, dog.
Nate, thanks for bringing it. Doug, thanks for keeping us on the air. William,
we
thanks for getting us on
winning.
the air. Caden. Hi.
Caden, hi.
We will be back tomorrow taking phone calls on Hanging with the Boys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?